Deodorant. Find us a good Beatles fan fiction, Emmett. Find us a Beatles.
I love how you're just jumping right into it. No introduction.
There's no
whatsoever.
introduction. This is the Beatles. The Beatles need no introduction. Everyone knows them. Everyone loves them.
Some people
love them. Some people hate them. Some people smell them.
Some people love them so much that they want to kill them.
Some people love them so much
to John Lennon. Anyway.
Some people love them so much that they want to kill them and then cover up their loss in musical clues and replace him with a living decoy who looks just like Paul McCartney, but I'm not going to name names.
Just like him, but not enough like him that nobody noticed.
He's got like little dimples in the wrong place. The shadows don't line up.
I buried Paul.
Who, you did it?
It was me.
Get that out of the podcast.
No. You know, what I've never understood about that is why would the British government get involved in this? Like, why?
Babe?
What?
If you keep questioning that, we're gonna get shut down.
The British government is gonna burst through the doors right this second.
Paul McCartney did Brexit.
Paul McCartney did...
What am I saying? People love the Beatles. They love them so much that they write fan fiction about them coming to the future and then dating 17-year-old girls.
Well, let's not jump into the
People
time
love
travel
them
ones.
So much.
We'll save the time travel ones for later.
No, they're now. Start with something good.
You want me to start with the time travel?
Something
all right.
Family friendly for the audience.
I don't... But
that's completely rated NC-17.
Family friendly NC-17
X-rated, Midnight Cowboy level. Start off with some Beatles.
The Beatles?
Beatles Beodorant.
The Beodorant time travel.
Do it. That's not the name of it.
Not tin travel. I don't know how to type.
They don't travel for tin.
Emmett. The Beatles time travel.
Do it. Where do they travel to? Time?
Tyne.
Tyne?
Tyne.
They time travel?
Tyne.
Turpentine travel?
What is this?
The Beatles is what it is.
The Beatles.
It's 3 a.m. This is perfect time for Beatles. Beatle time. It's the Beatle hour, as they called it.
It's the Beatling hour.
The Beatling hour. If you say their name 3 times, the Beatles appear in your time capsule. And they can't breathe.
If you say Billy Shears 3 times.
I don't know what that is. Is that like for sheep?
No. You know Billy Shears, the guy who plays Paul. William Shears Campbell.
That's the guy from Rent.
One day, a girl named Franklin was walking down the street. That's the name we chose.
That's a nice name.
A girl named Franklin.
A girl named YN. What a strange name.
A girl named Franklin was walking down the street, heading to her favorite cafe. We've got to insert a cafe name. What cafe should Franklin be going to?
She's going to Beetlebergs.
Beetlebergs?
She's going to Beetlebergs.
Heading to her favorite cafe, Beetlebergs. She decided to go there because she had just watched It 2017 and she was petrified.
It is a terrifying film.
Franklin...
Because it's a Stephen King novel, am I right?
Franklin decided to get her phone out and listen to her favorite Beatles song. Now we have to insert our favorite Beatles song.
I don't know. No 2 Beatles songs. Name a Beatle.
2 whole Beatles songs.
Pick a Beatles song. Let it be, Jude.
Let it be Jude.
Let it be Jude. That's my favorite Beatles song. Twist and shout.
Let it be Twist and Jude. She started to sway her hips with the beats. She earned some weird...
I thought you meant like the Beatles, but it was just short for Beatles with the beats.
She swayed her hip to the Beatles.
The beats.
She earned some weird looks from the people around her, but, comma, capital S, she could care less.
She is her name. We were wrong. It's not Franklin.
No, it's Franklin. It's definitely Franklin.
Oh.
I also just want to say, I mean no offense to the person who wrote this, because they were probably like 12 when they wrote it, and we've all written bad fan fictions at 12.
Excuse me, how do you know it's bad? You haven't read the whole thing yet. Can't judge until you completely
I wonder...
explored every aspect of the Beatles. You haven't even gotten to them coming to Future.
I wonder what it would be like to meet the Beatles now, Franklin thought in her head.
And she opened her time machine.
Once Franklin got to... Did we say the cafe's name was Beetleburg?
Yes, we did.
Once Franklin got to Beetleburg, she went up to the line and ordered... Oh, God, we gotta pick a food coffee for her to order.
What's a food coffee?
She went up to the line and
a food
ordered,
coffee?
And it's like, coffee cake.
Coffee
sandwich,
cake?
sandwich.
Coffee cake sandwich.
She ordered a coffee cake sandwich with
Hell
a
yeah.
side of etc.
Oh, I love etc.
Once she ordered, she took the seat in the corner and took out her phone once again, plugged in her earbuds, and continued playing the song that she was listening to. Author's note, my favorite is Yellow Submarine. Author's
note? Is that reader's note? Are you coming clean?
No, it's the author's note.
Okay, Yellow Submarine. That is a Beatles song?
Yeah. Did you not know that?
I thought it was like a movie.
Well, it was a movie. Based on the Beatles.
Based on the Beatles cartoon series from the 1960s.
We don't have time to unpack the
That's
Beatles
a whole
cartoon.
different thing. Love it, Rongo.
Franklin was listening to her favorite Beatles song until she got interrupted by the waitress.
Let it be.
Excuse me, miss. I have your coffee cake sandwich.
Is that the waitress?
That's the waitress's voice.
Okay.
That's what I've given. That's.
I guess the waitress is Yoko Ono.
Up top. Anyway, Franklin looked up at the lady and replied with a simple, "Thank you very much."
Thanks, Franklin. That's Franklin's voice too.
That's Franklin's
voice. The waitress and Franklin are the same person.
It wasn't. I'm bad at voices.
You're great at voices.
No, I'm not. Thank you very much. Once she said that, the waitress smiled and left. Franklin took what she ordered and I can't read. Franklin took what she ordered and started to eat drink. Capital W in what she got. Lay time skip brought to you by John Lennon's beard cream. Buy it now.
What is happening?
What color is Franklin's hair?
Blue.
Franklin
has blue hair.
Once the blue-haired...
She's sensitive about it.
Once the blue-haired girl finished her food drink, she thanked the workers for their service and left.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
That's what
I say whenever I go to a cafe.
Yeah.
You do more than any U.S. Marine ever.
You know what? I was avoiding saying that, but thank you.
We know it's the truth.
Oh, man. We'll edit that out. Or we get lynched. Anyway.
While Franklin was walking home, wow, the author just really... While Franklin was walking home, Franklin started to think of, and I quote from the story, random thing here. What's Franklin thinking of?
A random thing here.
Random thing here.
When you get tired, pass it on to me.
I'll finish this paragraph.
Okay.
What? No, I'll finish this chapter.
Okay, yes, please. We'll do chapter by chapter.
Chapter by chapter.
Chapman?
Chapman by Chapman.
Don't say that name.
Once she got home,
Watch out, John.
Once she got home, she went inside the house.
Really? I would have slept outside, but...
There her mom was, sitting on the couch, watching 13 Reasons Why. Hi, Mom, I'm back.
Whatever.
Greeted Franklin.
Okay.
No, I can't do voices. Hi, sweetie. There is some Klondike in the freezer if you want some.
There's some Klondike in the freezer if you want some.
Hi, sweetie. Okay, I'll have it later. But for now, I think I'm going to relax because that walk made... I forgot to do my voice. Oh, who cares? Just that walk made me kind of tired, Franklin responded as she headed for her room. Her room looked like a regular teenage girl's room. She had a vanity, a bed, and a wardrobe. This story takes place in England, but you can change it if you want.
You know, those regular teenage girls that have vanity and beds and wardrobes.
Who has a bed?
Get out.
Couldn't afford one, we were too poor.
Slept in a Beatles box.
But no, the one thing that makes it not like an ordinary teenage girl's room, the main difference was that she had a lot of Beatles posters.
Well,
Franklin's not like other girls. She listens to the Beatles.
I listen to the Wiggles. You don't see me having all these Wiggles posters.
You should.
I should.
Franklin started to unzip her sweater and shuffle it off of her, and it fell to the ground.
Oh.
Yawn came out of Franklin's mouth as she plummeted on her bed.
How old is this girl again?
I don't think it said, but...
Okay, well, I guess if it's Franklin and it's your name, then somewhere in the age 19 to 21.
Yep. Yawn.
She had a lot of Beatles posters.
The last thing she saw before she fell asleep was a poster of the Beatles, but spelled like the bug Beatles and not like the band.
How do you spell the... What's the difference?
The bug has 2 E's, and the band has EA. The Beatles.
It's in the game!
Yep. Mm-hmm.
No
Entering
wonder
2018, this is your chapter.
They're such sellouts. They're microtransactions, am I right? Loot boxes, Beetle boxes.
Beetle boxes.
That's what... Where am I?
Entering
2018.
The beginning of the chapter, babe.
1965, John Lennon's point of view. I love that guy.
He's great.
You sound like John Chapman.
John Chapman?
I don't know his name. Jim? Jack? George?
Who are you talking about?
The guy who killed John Lennon.
I don't remember what his name is.
Chapman! That's why they said it before. Graham Chapman killed John Lennon.
Graham Chapman did not
Monty
kill
Python
John Lennon.
Killed John Lennon.
No.
So me and... oh wait, we're at John Lennon's point of view. So me and my friends were at the pub in Liverpool, my hometown. I was sitting next to my mates, Paul, George and Ringo. We were all in a drunken state of mind, so of course we were flirting with ladies. I was very big, flirting type of man.
Big.
It says cough.
You just clipped the mic real bad, my guy.
I saw this one lady. She had blonde hair and blue eyes. I'm pretty sure she recognized me because she looked at me and her mouth was agape.
You're John Lennon. Of course she recognized you.
Oh my god, it's Johnny Lennon. I heard the lady scream. Then 2 girls behind her popped up and started running toward me. I told my friends. I like they changed from me to my when it comes to his. I told my friends and we all ran out the doors. We started running down the street until we reached we realised that the girls had left. It takes place in England, but it has American spelling of realised. Probably gave up or something.
Who is that?
That's still John Lennon talking about the girls.
That is... those are 2 different voices you did.
No, that was Scottish, I think. Welsh.
That was some accent.
Me and my mates all went back to our hotel and started to make some jokes and think about what our next big hits hopefully will be. One of my mates thought of a song with the title Scrambled Eggs. But I decided to be awesome. Changed the name to Yesterday.
I decided to be awesome.
I, in parentheses, decided to be awesome. Deciding to be awesome. Le Time Skip, brought to you by author. I don't want to say their name, just in case. Is this... Okay, no, this is still from his point of view, right? No, yeah, okay, this is still his point of view.
Yeah.
Me and my buddies decided to finally go to bed. We all shared the same hotel room with 4 different beds.
I thought you were about to say, we all shared the same bed.
Say that too, I was reading it. We all shared the same bed with 4 different rooms. We all brushed our teeth with the same toothbrush. It doesn't say that, but I'm adding on to it.
But I wish it did.
And changed into our nightwear, and we headed off to sleep.
Know what I mean? Nudge, nudge.
Nudge. In the same bed with 4 different rooms.
How does that even work?
Back to reader.
That has to be a long-ass bed.
My point of view. It was now nighttime, and I was drawing a picture of me and the Beatles. I was in the middle, Ringo was next to my left, and John was on my right, while George and Paul were next to them. I looked in admiration as I looked at my picture. It was actually, not to brag, one of my best drawings I have ever made yet. It was interrupted out of my thoughts when my mum yelled to me that it was bedtime.
If your mom has to yell to you that it's bedtime, maybe don't write a fan fiction where a bunch of grown men, wind up in your house.
What are you talking about? I have a bedtime.
What's your bedtime?
My bedtime is Beatle o'clock.
Beatle o'clock.
Beatle o'clock.
Okay.
I responded saying, "Okay, I'll get into bed." And that is what I did. I had a wonderful dream about meeting the Beatles. Back to the Beatles.
Beating the Beatles.
Don't beat the Beatles. This is a family-friendly podcast.
No, it is
There's no
not.
beating the Beatles on this podcast.
This is not a family-friendly podcast.
That's what John... No, never mind. In the morning, John Lennon's point of view again. We all woke up, but something was, well, different. Mm-hmm. I woke up and looked around the place. It was a decent size, one bed and a vanity. Oh my god!
Not the
this
vanity.
This is what I call dramatic irony. We know something that he doesn't know.
Uh-huh.
There was a flag of England hanging on the wall, and next to it on both sides were posters of us.
Wow, it's not like you're a famous band.
It said go back to wonder what their next big hit's gonna be.
It's not like you're the Beatles. Did
we get Beatlenapped?
Did we get Beatlenapped indeed, John?
Again? By a fangirl? No, that couldn't possibly be true. I'm sorry I gave John emotions. Right. But then I saw the most strangest thing I'd ever laid eyes on. It was a thin rectangle of some sort of screen on the front part. What was that? But then I noticed a girl sleeping on the bed.
Where else would she be sleeping? In the tub?
Should I just finish off reading theirs, or did you want to jump in for Paul McCartney's point of view and we could switch off for each Beatle?
No. If we switched off each point of view, we'd be switching off every 2 seconds.
Okay, Paul McCartney's point of view. I was woken up by sunlight entering the room we were in. And that room, well, I've never seen this room before. It had a wardrobe, a vanity, a flag of my country, England, and posters of the Beatles us.
The Beatles us?
The Beatles us. ... I looked next to me and saw John standing up. Ringo and George were up as well and looked horribly confused. I couldn't blame them, I was confused as well. I noticed John was looking at something on the bed, and I looked and I saw it. A girl about your age, laying down on the bed.
We have to insert an age. What is our collective age?
19 to 21.
So 20 is the median there.
19 to 21. George Harrison's point of view. Let me do a different voice for him. I was awake.
That's the same voice.
And not to mention very confused. It's all in bold.
Yep.
I was in a room with all my mates and they also looked confused. It's the same thing over again. I noticed that we were in a different room, different from the hotel we were currently staying at. I looked up and saw Paul and John looking at something on the bed. Something probably interesting. I peeked over and saw the feet of a girl. She was probably your age, and she was wearing clothing we've never seen before. Did I mention how confused I was?
No, George, I don't think you did.
Can you believe she was wearing clothing?
Oh my god.
That they'd never seen before.
It's not like they're from, like, the 60s.
People had clothes in the 60s, right? I wasn't there.
Yeah, we weren't alive.
I don't know if they walked around naked. Ringo Starr's point of view.
Ringo Starr?
It was now morning, and I was finally awake. I took note that we were in a way different room than before, and there were posters of us everywhere.
Oh my god.
I noticed that we were still in England because of the England flag on the wall.
Because no one else would hang the friggin' flag on the
And
wall.
I also noticed that my friends were all looking at something, or better yet, someone on the bed. I looked as well and I was surprised. There was on the bed, there was a girl probably about your age.
Can we just pick an age instead of saying
74.
74.
And she was, well, very beautiful.
She's a beautiful 74-year-old woman.
She was very beautiful, but then she opened her eyes.
And then she was ugly.
But then she opened her eyes, and then she opened her eyes.
But then she opened her eyes, and I saw she was
just,
ugly.
Her eyes just, man, they really threw it off. That's the second chapter.
That's the second chapter.
Yeah.
Now we're on, oh my god, no.
Is that it?
No, we got an advertisement, no.
Oh, that's gonna get copyright.
I don't want advertisements on this show unless we're the ones being paid.
I'm dying. I need liquid in my gullet. I need English liquids.
English liquids. Is it really you guys? Question mark, exclamation point? Franklin's POV. Yawn. That was the first thing I said before I woke up from sleep.
Said yawn?
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yawn.
I woke up and instantly my mouth was open wide. There in front of me were none other than I can't talk. None other.
Who was it?
It was none other than. It was none other than the Beatles themselves.
What?
Ah!
Were they about Beatles age?
Ah!
Did they have an English flag on their clothes?
Ah! I screamed so loud I fell off my bed. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Help the poor lady up now, will you? I can't do accents.
Oh my god.
I
can?
Yeah, okay, that's true. We both suck. I heard one of them scream. I believe that it was ... John Lennon?
John Lennon?
John Lennon? Someone picked me up off the ground and sat me back down on the bed. Franklin, are you okay?
George Harrison?
I heard my mom scream from downstairs. Yes.
Yeah, Mom, it's just the Beatles.
I'm okay. Just a bad dream. I screamed. Yes, I'm okay. Just a bad dream. I screamed back, ushering the guys, Beatles, to be quiet. No, I read that wrong. Beatles to be, period, quiet, period.
What?
And they did.
What?
Read that.
Oh, they're Beatles to be.
The Beatles
they're
to
not
be.
quite the Beatles yet. They're Beatles to be.
Maybe that's why they're so confused about their posters being on the wall.
Maybe that's why they were trying to write a hit.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I was thinking in my head, they all looked at me and George had asked me this. Love, I can't do any accent.
Kitten. Love. Sugar baby.
Do you mind telling us where we are? He asked in a questioning voice.
Really? I thought he would ask in a...
I don't know. You guys are in, 2018. I screamed, and they all looked at me like I was some sort of crazy witch.
I was watching 13 Reasons Why in 2018.
I don't know. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. I heard John laugh.
That's just like John, always laughing. He's such a prankster.
Good joke, love. Love. Now tell us where we really are, yes? I heard Paul ask. No, I'm serious right now, I screamed. They all looked scared of me because of the way I silently yelled it.
So she didn't actually say it.
She silently yelled it.
So she was like...
No, I'm serious right now. I... ... have proof, I exclaimed as I went to grab my calendar. Love, I heard Ringo ask, how did we even get
Put
here?
your arm out when you do the accent. Love.
They can't see that. You can't.
I'm calling you out, putting a visual image.
Love, I heard Ringo ask, how did we even get here? From before I remember being in a hotel in 1965. I looked over at him and whispered.
Were they famous then?
No way.
I
don't know.
Were the Beatles famous?
I don't know.
What?
My chapter's up. Yeah.
Okay, wow.
I got a short chapter.
I got a short one too. No way was the last thing that Franklin had said once she saw the Beatles standing right in front of her. Yes way, ma'am. John Legend.
John Legend? John Legend is my favorite Beatle.
Johnny Lennon replied, oh my god, this is real. The HC female...
That's the hair color. We decided her hair was blue.
The blue-haired female said as she was... Oh my god, this is real. The blue female said as she was pacing back and forward around her room. Love, please relax, Ringo had exclaimed towards you. I can't, wait.
I think that's Franklin.
I think that's the girl, but it's written as if he's still saying it.
But this writing sucks, because it was written by a 10-year-old.
Well, let's not be rude.
I'm sorry.
Can we write any better?
No.
That's what I thought. You can. You're a good writer.
No, I'm not. You haven't read my writing. You don't even, I don't write. I never learned how to write. Anyway, keep going.
We'll see how much more you can explain your writing to me. If I just stayed silent.
Anyway, please keep reading.
I can't.
Stop.
I can't.
I thought you were making fun of me when you were saying
No.
I can't. I don't know.
I can't.
That's what I sound like.
You yelled, still making sure to be quiet.
I don't think that's supposed to be in quotes.
Well, that's the quote from the top. Up there, it doesn't cut off. See?
Yeah, I don't think this is formatted good.
Formatted well, Emmett.
Shut up.
Phew. Okay. Wait. Love, can you tell us how we got here? George asked. I don't quite know, actually, you replied. You started to relax a little bit, but inside you were still freaking out. Well, I know where you are, but I don't know how you got here. Okay, then you must show us around, John exclaimed as he grabbed your hand. But before I need to show you guys something, Franklin told him. And what was that? Paul asked. This, said Franklin as she pulled out an iPhone X. What? I'm sorry. What is that? There we go. The Beatles all asked at the same time.
What is that?
Say it at the same time as me.
What is that?
The Beatles all asked at the same time.
All two of them.
Whoa! You're a little slow, Ringo. This is the best invention ever made. The iPhone X, Franklin exclaimed with confidence.
Franklin is not big on Android. Franklin is all Apple all the way.
Maybe she likes fruit. That's my big joke. The greatest invention ever made, though, is the iPhone X.
Forget any invention that came before.
The airplane.
The Gutenberg printing press.
The wheel.
Hogwash.
Don't go talking about the cotton gin.
Don't even get me started on the cotton gin.
Now I can take it with me in the car and make my own cotton. I don't know what the cotton gin does.
It cottons.
It cottons?
What do you mean? Paul's point of view. She took out a peculiar-looking object. Okay, guys.
My boy.
What?
That's my Paul.
That's Paul.
That's my Paul.
That's what Paul sounds like. This is called an iPhone X, she explained. What the bloody hell is an iPhone? John asked, freaking out.
Well, it's probably a phone with an I in front of it.
Haha! An iPhone is a device that you can use to phone people, listen to music, etc., she continued.
Etc. Did she continue, or did she say etc.?
It was in the quotation marks, so I'm going to assume she said etc.
Okay.
She actually spoke it.
So she should really explain that more in depth to them if they really wonder.
Yeah, because
the whole plan is to kidnap the Beatlenapped these Beatles and then torture them with technology that's well beyond their comprehension.
Yeah, exactly.
Or probably until their brains explode.
Yeah,
probably.
They're gonna just die of shock in 2 seconds. I see now, George quietly stated. I have one question though, I simply said.
What is it?
What would that be? Franklin asked me out of confusion. I trailed off. Can you what? She replied.
Where are we going with this?
Can we see ourselves in the future? I yelled.
I took them to Paul McCartney's grave. I should have said any other one that's not dead.
Yeah.
Or that is... I'm tired.
We take them to Ringo's grave. He's not dead yet, but he will be. That was a joke.
Paul McCartney is dead.
No, I said Ringo.
Paul McCartney is dead.
We're not talking about Paul.
At the point of this recording, Paul McCartney will die at
Paul
6:54 tonight.
No. No.
January 1st, 2020. Date it.
This is gonna be hard. She trailed off while rubbing her arm. What is it, love? Ringo sweetly asked with a look of confusion on his face. Please don't be upset. Nope, can't read. Please don't be too upset. This is hard to explain. She trailed off.
Understandable.
I saw John walk over to her. You can tell us, love. We'll try our hardest not to, though. Not to, though?
Where?
We'll try our hardest not to, though.
Not to what?
Not to...
Be too upset.
You know what?
Yeah.
I don't know how to read.
So try not to be upset.
John explained while holding her hand. Well, nope. That's not Franklin's voice. Well, John and George, you guys
see?
are...
The format.
She trailed off. Dead, she finished. We all had a look of shock on our faces.
You knew it. Was there a shocked look on your face?
Dead. Nope. Dead. I'm just gonna...
He's a southern farmer. He's a southern belle.
Dad? What do you mean, Dad? That's my George voice.
George, okay.
George said with a look of sadness in his features.
They all have different voices and the same voice at the same time.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, what do you mean? John asked with the same expression as... Geo's?
Joe.
John, you died from an assassination from a crazed fan. And Geo, you died from lung cancer.
Bill? Continue.
What are you doing?
Look up who killed John Lennon.
Alright, valid.
John Legend death.
John Legend. George, you died from lung cancer, she replied, not looking up at us. She started to sniffle. Poor girl. What do you mean, poor girl? George and John just found out that they're gonna die horrible deaths. What do you mean, poor girl?
Well, she's upset now because they found out.
Love, it's alright. We are here now. At least we know how to prevent these things, George said while John looked at Franklin with sadness. Tell me where I got shot.
Oh, okay, that's a very specific question.
And tell George how he got lung cancer.
Oh my god!
John
Don't
said,
tell him that.
John, you got shot while walking to your apartment in Manhattan with your future wife, Yoko.
Who is it? Mark David Chapman. What did I tell you? John Chapman.
He's a chapped man.
Graham Chapman.
Not Graham Chapman. And then when you were at the door, he shot you 4 times in the back. Oh, and your apartment is called the Dakota. This happened on December 8th, 1980. It's 20 years before I was born.
Yeah.
And
18 before me.
She said while sniffling. John simply nodded. And Geo, you died from smoking too much. So try not to smoke anymore. That goes for all of you.
That's, at least she's putting a positive message in there.
She yelled while looking at us. Well, try not to, I muttered. What? No. Well, we'll try not to, I muttered. Good, she muttered. Well, I guess I'm not gonna go to school today. Why? Ringo asked.
Oh, Ringo.
Well, I have the Beatles in my room.
Bring them to work or school.
Bring the Beatles to school. Yeah. Bring your Beatle to school day. And you have much more to learn about the future, she simply stated. Oh yeah, like what? Who's one of the most famous bands now? Most famous bands? Nope. Most famous bands? We aren't that famous anymore? I internally questioned while panicking. Well, there's BTS, Imagine Dragons, and one of my favorites.
The greatest bands?
Those are the greatest bands.
BTS, Imagine Dragons.
And Blackpink.
I don't even know who that is. Is that one of the greatest bands?
It's a K-pop.
It can't be that great. I don't even know who they are.
What? Who are these people? Ripping us off, most likely.
Yeah, probably. Have you seen Imagine Dragons? They're real Beatles.
Who the heck are those? George asked.
The heck?
Well, BTS and Blackpink are K-pop bands, and Imagine Dragons is like you, a boy band. You know, the most comparable band to Imagine Dragons, the Beatles.
The Beatles could have... One Direction maybe would have been a better...
Yeah.
Well,
One Direction was dead by this point in time, to be fair.
In 2018?
Yeah.
Who else is a big band in 2018?
I don't know.
The Beatles. Remember that time the Beatles were popular?
Funnily enough, they're still very famous.
No, I've never heard of them. What's a Beeble?
What is a Beeble?
Who's John Lee Mom? John Lemon.
Imagine Dragons is like you, a boy band. BTS is a boy band as well, and Blackpink is a girl band, she finished. Well, introduce them to us, John asked.
Let's just go meet them.
I will, in the car. Come, Ed? Come, Ed?
Where?
Come, Ed?
Come, Ed. I guess it means, like, come ahead.
I don't speak British.
Well, apparently this person doesn't either.
She replied while going out her door. Wait for us, Ringo yelled. That's my Ringo voice now.
That's a good Ringo voice. I like it.
You guys are just too slow, she yelled, laughing while we saw her run out the door with her purse. No, you, John replied.
The master of comebacks, John Lennon.
No, you. We all made it outside until Franklin stopped us. Hold up. Don't you think that you all need disguises so no one will recognize you? She asked. We're just going on a drive, right? I asked. She nodded. So no one should be able to see us in the car, I exclaimed. Author's note. This is in the garage, by the way.
Okay.
Good point. Now come in. We all nodded as we got into the car. This was gonna be interesting, I thought to myself as the car turned on and we started to move.
I'm picturing it. I'm seeing it.
John's point of view.
It's just a car.
We all jumped into the car, and I must say, it's a nice car.
Okay.
I sat in the front while Franklin was at the wheel. Ringo was in the back, sitting next to George and Paul. The car started to move. So I'm gonna play you a song called Boom... I don't know anything about K-pop.
Boomhauer.
Boombaya.
Boomhauer. Boombaya, my lord.
I don't think that's the right song.
Boombaya. It's by BTS. Boombaya.
She connected her phone to some sort of plug and typed something in. Soon the song started to play. Author's note. Franklin. Look up the song on YouTube. You won't regret it. It's really good. Smiley face.
Okay.
After the song finished, I heard the boys in the back saying how good the song was. I don't know how I felt about it personally. Oh well. Next song is called As If It's Your Last, also by Blackpink. She started to play the song on her phone. Oh boy, I thought.
He sounds very excited.
Oh boy.
To listen to Blackpink.
Oh.
Is that just like the singer Pink, but she's black?
We've got a branching path.
Uh-oh. Are we just gonna end it there?
No. Well, this is like the last actual update chapter.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
It hasn't been updated in like 5 years.
Okay.
So, this chapter is if you like John. If John's the Beatle you want to get with.
What a beauty you are. Am I getting with John?
You read the John.
You want me to do the John?
You read the John. And
do the John.
And
no funny business or I'll do the John.
Just read the stupid story.
This is if you like John. It has been a couple of minutes since Franklin and the Beatles have been in the car. Since then, you've been playing random songs on the radio. John's point of view. We have been in the car for a while now. Franklin is just playing some weird songs. Paul, Ringo, and George were just in the back talking. Well, I was in the front staring at Franklin. I couldn't help but notice how beautiful she was from staring at her. The way her blue hair fell over her shoulders. The way her red eyes shined.
Her red eyes?
Yes. My, she was a beauty. Not just that, she was a kind-hearted and funny, and that's basically a list.
Can we get fan art of Franklin?
Franklin, please, and also John Lennon. One of them. Both of them. Also, he's known her for a few minutes, and she's kind-hearted and funny in a list of things.
There's basically a list. She's kind-hearted, she's funny, and that's it.
And she has eyes.
She has beautiful red eyes.
In all, she was just an amazing person to be with.
Yep.
Your point of view. Okay. Gotta get back in character. Woo! Yeah! You couldn't help but blush as you realized John... This isn't my point of view. This is the narrator's point of view.
This is third person point of... No, this is second person.
Omniscient.
This is second person because it's you.
Look at you being all smart. Oh, I love you. You couldn't help but blush as you realized John was staring at you. You, of course, pretended not to notice. So, we're going to go back to my house.
Know what I mean?
There's a nice movie I think you'll all like.
Is it Yellow Submarine?
Stop. Don't spoil it.
I don't even know if that's what it is.
I'm on the edge of my seat. You said trying to stop the awkwardness. That's Gear. Which one? George silent. That's Gear. Which one? George silently
That's
asked from
gear?
behind her seat. You'll see.
That's gear?
Yes.
Is that British talk?
Guess we'll find out. Yay! You giggled at Paul's response. Yay. I hate waiting, continued Paul. Patience, child, patience, John replied with a smug face. You looked at John. He was handsome, of course. You've had a crush on him since you were 5.
Throwback to me wanting to marry John Bon Jovi when I was 10 years old.
Throwback to me wanting to marry John Bon Jovi yesterday.
Same.
You've had a crush on him since you were 5. Read that again. The other Beatles, of course. But John. There was something interesting about him that captured your eye. She was a true crime blogger, and he just heard his story really, she really was into it. Well, off we go then, you said as you started to turn the car around. You then made your way back home, ready and happy to watch a movie with the 4 lads. What happened?
We gotta watch an advertisement.
What?
To continue on.
No. Sandballs.
Sandballs!
I don't want sandballs. What happened?
No one wants sandballs.
Just
give me the phone.
I don't know what I did.
You just ended the chapter.
Is it over?
Well,
did we finish it?
I'm on the last chapter now.
Okay.
And this is if you like Paul's point of view. By the way, please don't comment your age. Thank you. Because
I want to know how X-rated this Paul part's gonna get.
I wonder how many 12-year-olds were like, I'm 12.
I'm gonna date Paul.
My, oh my, she's very beautiful. I thought all of your Beatles voices, yes. Everyone sounds exactly the same. And for me, one person has like 7 different voices. Hi, I'm Paul. No, that was George.
It's the monkey.
Oh my god, I friggin'...
That's how he sounds.
That is a throwback.
Paul McCartney.
That's Paul McCartney.
They mutated him.
I thought while I was staring at Franklin from the back seat, I watched her as she started to wiggle to the music currently playing. Something called As If It's Your Last? I think that's what it's called. I don't remember. I just continued to stare at her beautiful face until I felt someone nudge my shoulder.
Nudge? Hey,
what? I asked angrily as I looked at the person next to me who interrupted my gaze. It was George.
They're all gay. Plot twist. They're gays.
You alright, mate? George asked with his eyebrows cocked. Oh, yep, I'm great, George, I replied happily. Alright, that's gear. What the hell does that mean?
That's gear.
I don't speak British.
I guess it was good.
He said while putting his chin on his palm and facing Ringo. Probably small talk or something. Hey guys, I heard my Franklin ask. Ugh.
My sweet.
My precious.
My precious. My precious.
Yes, love? John, who was sitting next to her, asked with a very sweet voice. I don't know why, but I became kind of jealous. Oh god, we have to give Franklin's best friend a name, because she's gonna stop at her best friend's house.
Shonk.
Shonk?
Shonk.
I'm gonna stop at Shonk's house real quick. I gotta pick something up. She said while putting a strand of hair behind her ear. That's all right, Franklin, Ringo said sweetly.
Classic Ringo.
Classic Ringo. Well, that's fine with me, I muttered to myself. What was that, Paulie? I heard John ask from the front. Nothing, I simply replied while looking out the window. God, when will this ride end? And then it was never updated.
What's gonna happen next?
We'll never know.
Who knows? Find out next week. On the Beatles.
Beatles.
I'm crying. It was a sad, heartwarming ending to a story that I felt connected to, with a protagonist that I really felt was developed, it was me, so I knew by the start who Franklin was.
We are all Franklin.
The real Franklin is the Beatles we kidnapped along the way.
We Beatlenapped.
The kids we Beatlenapped along the way.
Yep.
That's the story of how John and I got together.
And that's the story of how Paul and I got together.
And Ringo and
George and Ringo can fuck off.
Never... This is a kid's show.
They can frick off.
There you go. George and Ringo got together, and it was a happy ending for everybody.
Yep. Well,
yeah.
This has been fun.
This was fun. I'm glad. This is what we do at 3:30 in the morning.
I'm glad we spent 46 minutes doing this.
Don't time it. We'll have to, in case we have to edit stuff out, it'll cut the time down. Then we'll be expected to have... You got it. You good. You good.
Which one of us is going to school for AV?
Which one of us?
Which one of us?
Which one? Both.
Me.
You are cute.
No, you. Oh God, I'm turning into John Lennon.
John, no.
No, you.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Thank you for letting me...
My slate.
Be the first to...
No. No. We're done.
We're doing that next time.
Next time.
We're doing what the Beatles say when they take your virginity.
Nope.
Next time.
We're gonna save that one.
You were good, George. I know, wasn't I? Well, I don't know. George was nice, I think, right? I think that was Ringo.
I think it was... I think it was...
John?
it was Paul.
Oh, yeah, I don't care. I don't want to think about that.
We're done.
Anyway.
We're never doing this again.
Bye.
Bye.
I love you.